Okay, I'm gonna get this started. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I always say that, right? Okay, I'm on here this evening or this afternoon or morning. Hello, Ohanas. There's something I want to say. I'm not gonna stay on here too long. Um, Let me do my intro and then I can hit the dough. No, Ohanas. We are family, and I got all my brothers and sisters and me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and dance. We are family. You know why? Because it says so. Okay. If you don't catch my live, you have to set your post notifications and like, comment, give this video a thumbs up. Okay. I try to put the thumbnails on to kind of give you an idea if it's going to be about something serious or a weight loss journey, or that's serious too, right? Okay, the reason why I'm coming on today is the 29th of June, 2024. And I'm saying the date specifically for a reason. And on this day, I wanted to come on here, be transparent as I always have been, letting everyone know why I've been MIA and what's going on in my life. Now, this is not no pity buzz. This is not no wanting people to have sympathy. This is not no my hands out like cups. I put I need help as my subtitle or my title because I do. And the help that I need is support, morally support. Okay. I've been going through a lot. And sometimes, when a person talks, such as myself, and I share things, I share it because I know how it feels to feel some kind of way if someone else is going through what I'm going through. I'm going through a lot, a lot. And I told my youngest daughter, she's here, um, and my grandchildren, because I'm gonna be making the transition. And when I say that, moving. Hmm. Now, this is the thing. I wish I could move now, next week, next month, or sooner than what I know when I'm going to move. I don't want to live where I'm living at the state that I live in no more. Okay, is it the state? Not necessarily the state. Is it comes to be about being around people and not having no one. And when I say that, let me break it down. I don't specifically need no one to come over and do for me because, like, I'm not able bodied, that type of thing. But hell, I'm just going to say it like this. I'm not going to cuss. I love being around family. I love family. I love my kids. I love people. I'm not saying I have to be in people's space and want them in my space all the time, but I'm going to tell you this, and no one has to believe me. I am very heartbroken. I am very sad, disappointed, not angry, not bitter, and not holding no grudge. Mm-mm. I'm just really, really, really outright sad and disappointed. And if I can tell everyone on here for real what all I'm going through, it's it's heartbreaking to me. Some of the stuff I'm going through. And I have been trying to sell stuff. This is the thing. Because I don't expect for nobody to do nothing for me. I've been selling stuff, so that's why I've been in MIA, trying to make things happen, and I'm getting a head start of it. I don't want to wait until the time, the date, the month, the second, the minute of the day come down, clock ticking and stuff, for me to say, "Oh, I wish I had done this sooner." The way these days and times is going by, next year will be here before you know it. I'm planning on moving next year. Okay, that's a plan, and that's all we can do is plan. Lord's will, and I know He's going to answer my prayer because He knows I'm being very obedient and not asking for nothing. He's going to make that happen for me. I've been here in this state where I live at since 1999. Okay, this is me telling my business. See, this is the thing. Sometimes people bring their stuff to platforms and social media platforms because you don't have no one to talk to. You don't have no one you can pick up the phone and call. You don't have no one that can even come over and hand you a sandwich, so to speak. You don't have no one that cares anything about you. And like I said, I wish someone would tell me I'm flat out right lying. And the thing of it is, the sad, I haven't done nothing to no one. I'm tired of living my life behind closets and making people feel like, oh, she got it well together, and her life just seemed like it's just peaches and creams and stuff like that. I wish it was. I think the only time my life was really peaches and cream is when I met my kid's father. And as time went on, our life was what it was. And I've had some other moments that I was happy. And people will probably say, well, only you can make yourself happy. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm moving from here. I've been here since 1999. This is going to sound lame to most people. I haven't been in no relationship since I've been here. Now, I was married. This is the thing. I didn't meet the man in this state. I met him from a different state. But since I've been in this state, I talked to one guy, and that was probably 2 months since 1999. I want a social life. And a social life does not mean going in no bar and kicking it. No. Girl, let's go to the movies. Let's go to this concert and keep it pushing type of thing. You don't have to be on my house all the time. I want someone to say, girl, let's go to lunch. I want to talk to a guy on the phone and we can have a decent conversation, not just know anyone either. And I'm not desperate and I'm not putting myself out here like I'm for sale either, because I'm not. Anyone that talks to someone or in a relationship should have standards. Mine is not up there, but mine is not going to be down here either. I'm a woman of a particular age, and I'm at an age when you get to my age, and it don't even have to do with age. It has something to do with if you're mature enough to want to put yourself in an adult situation as far as a relationship, act like you're ready. Act like you want it. Okay? So I'm saying that about me. I don't care what nobody look at me and say, oh, no, don't try to like figure me out in your way of thinking that I'm this way. Now, what I am is a sweet person. I said this on my other page or YouTube. I have another one, Mona Vegan Lifestyle. Tell everybody all the time, go check it out. I want to be adopted. And this is, I don't care. Everything else breaks virals and social medias and everybody else talk about certain things. I'm 58 years old. I want a family. I want a family. So when I get older and can't do nothing for myself, what am I going to do? Just sit in the house? And if I can't bathe myself, I'm just going to sit in my own feces? I'm just being honest, okay? So one would probably say, some people don't care about not having nobody. I do. Because I have this moral thing about myself. I want a family. I need one. That's what my problem is. How is it that people expect for you to support them all the time, but after you done supported them, people act like you ain't did nothing for them? I'm tired of that too. Hello, I'm tired of people acting like I'm crazy, and I'm talking about a topic, and I don't need nobody getting on here talking about flower, roses, and frogs. Okay, I'm talking about wanting a family. I'm talking about a decent, respectful family, such as myself. I'm talking about I want to be adopted out. I want to be in a loving, caring way of being around somebody to care about me. I only felt that way once in my life. Once in my life. And that was by my kid's father. The only person I felt this way about. No one else. I'm not faking and shaking. I don't care if someone's on here that knows me or whatever on the down low. Stay on the down low. Because if you can't present yourself and show nobody when someone come on here, I don't want to uh my daughter's moving. I wish I can go same time she's going. And I so mean that. And I'm looking around and I said to myself, I said, why do I have all this stuff now? Well, after years, you get stuff because you've been somewhere for a long time. I'm not a hoarder. I'm just talking about so much stuff that I have to get out this space and throw away. I'm gonna give, and when I say give, I'm giving it to an organization that's not going to sell it. I don't have no problem with that. I want to give it to an organization that really needed, like a shelter, homeless shelter, Salvation Army, those types of things. I don't want to give it to a thrift store where I give it to them. They're going to put a price tag on it and sell it. Okay. To the extent, I don't have nothing against that. But that ain't what I want to do. I want to give. Not give so you can sell it. I'm going to do that. A church, a homeless shelter for men or women. I don't put no label on just no woman and children, men's too. Because there's a lot of fathers out there, and there's a lot of people that have been in the military and the army and stuff that's homeless and shouldn't be. I'm for people in general, decent people. That's the reason why I haven't been on here. I'm not going to get in front of this camera every time I get in front of the camera. Oh, what is this woman talking about now? She's sad and crying and stuff. I've been crying my ass off, and I'm tired of it. I'm upset, disappointed, not holding grudges. But I don't want to be around no one that don't want to be around me. I want a new family, a new one. Wholeheartedly. This is a public announcement. Share it so the world can know. I do. I ain't fake. I'm not going to keep going on all my life feeling this way. Where's my kid's father? He's in heaven. And let me tell you something. If he was here, I would never feel this way. Mm-mm. It's a shame how how it takes one how should I say it, level-headed, decent person, and sometimes they say no one's perfect. Mm-mm. But let me tell you something about me. I ain't did nothing harmful to no one. And people think they're gonna just hurt me. I'm tired of that. I just I'm here. I just feel like I exist. And this is not no depression. Because if I was depressed, I wouldn't even be getting on here talking about it. I wouldn't say nothing. When I'm depressed, I close down, shut down. For real, for real. I'm speaking because I'm tired of feeling this way. And like I said, people say, why do people get on social media and put their business out here? Well, hell, sometimes people ain't got no choice because if you keep it in, you'll lose your mind, feel like you're cracking, it's a mental thing and feel like you cuckoo for cocoa puffs. Ain't nothing crazy about me by saying I want some family. I want a family. Ain't nobody gonna ever make me shut up saying it. I shouted on top of a mountain if I can get up there to the highest mountain. If I can touch the sky, I will shout it. It's crazy. So what I've been doing is decluttering, throwing away, having sales like on Poshmark and doing some lives on Facebook, trying to sell some things I have and you know just that's what I've been doing. And thanks for everyone coming on here. I see somebody asked the question down there, and if it's nothing pertaining to like a solution type of thing, I'm not going to answer nothing that's not pertaining to this. Okay, so that's just all I'm gonna say. That hello, welcome, subscribe if you like, turn on your post notification. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a very down to earth person, and you gonna see it, tears and all. I don't feel like crying on here today. Maybe when I get off, I was earlier. I've been crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. Why? I'm telling some of it, but not all. And that's another thing. When you start a journey, like my weight loss journey and stuff, I say for probably about 3 or 4 days, I haven't really been having an appetite. And it's because solely because of what I'm going through. hmm And like me, looking at myself in this freaking phone, talking on live, I can see the whole difference in my face. Cause um, like maybe a couple months back, I seen it getting a little bit fuller, and I see it now. Go check out my Mona Vegan Lifestyle YouTube channel, and you go all the way down where you see me on the lives talking, showing my face, sitting down, talking about motivational stuff. You see the difference. You'll be like, "Whoa, yes." I have videos that I can put up that I just found in my phone, but I'm not trying to just put videos of me up like that, but I can, and they're me. So that's what I've been up to, being sad, not wanting to be where I'm at, not having no one other than my daughter, but she's about to leave, and it's making me a little bit more sadder. Where is family? Why do family have to be so not like family? I'm talking about to whomever this may pertain, because everybody's family ain't like this. Some people, yes, there's some good families. And there's families that don't be all dramatic and messy and stuff like that. And you can have your little conversations and disagreements and stuff, but everybody's family ain't all rageful and stuff. No, mm-mm. And I ain't living in no fantasy world either. I really believe, I know for a fact there's good people out there. I know for good reason. I see it. And that don't make them have a perfect family, but you could tell that they are really, really genuinely family. If you put your life on TV and stuff like that, and yes, you might get a little disappointed with your husband and wife or the kids. Okay. But I'm talking about the ones that can sit down, eat, help their mama, the mother help the kids and the parents and everybody working together, sitting down at the table, eating together. If I already said that once, that's how it was when I was coming up. But at the end of the day, right now, if somebody can just find me a real good family, or I can go out here and do some interviews, do some background checks or something, I want a family. I do. I mean it. I'm not faking. Mm-mm. Poor me. I see some people, and this is the thing, because all of us, a lot of us follow content creators and social media. Uh, I can't think of the word. Social media influencers. That's what I was trying to think of, and people that's really up there with the content. And I've been seeing some, share stories about how they've been done and family falling out, them being in shelters and stuff like that. And then, you turn around and, you have the ones that is big. So this is something I don't understand. Why is it that people that is big social media influencers or content creators, people know that they're up there and they want to cash app them and give them money and stuff, and they can see someone. I'm just saying, they can see someone. I'm like this, needing help, and won't turn themselves to help them. This ain't me asking for nobody doing that, because I'm just straight out saying this. I mean that. I'm selling my stuff. I'm trying to sell stuff to move. I ain't asking my dad. My mom's not here. I ain't asking my sisters, my children, or nothing. And I have some time, hopefully, that I can make the amount that I want to move. Because if so, I can have the move, I should say. Because if I can move within the next month and break my lease and have the money to pay for it and the move, I would do that. That's just how bad I want to move. Cause see, I just signed my lease in April. And at the time, none of this situation with the moving was going to happen, because we had talked about it, and then we was like, no, it's not no good time now. We're going to stay put, right? But then things happen. Now, May, 3 months come, and it's a different thing. That's why I say one day to the next, you don't know, ain't nothing promised, right? And so that makes me feel like, oh my gosh, I wish I had to sign my lease month to month, because you can do month to month. I think if I'm not, I have to look at some other reasons, but if, things, and I have to call and talk. I just signed a lease, and I've done this before where I was in a lease. My doctor, when I lost my mom, signed a paper or whatever for the corporate office or whatever where I lived at, so I could break my lease and only have to pay half of what I owed. True story, 2014. And my daughter, her husband, now her husband, and my granddaughter, we all moved to Jacksonville, Florida. And the reason why I was able to do that is because the doctor wrote a letter, and I was in a lot of emotional pain losing my mom. And my daughter at the time, she was living with me, her and her husband and my grandbaby, and we all decided that that would be a good thing. And I told my daughter, I was gonna say daughter, and I'm a doctor, but doctor, that my daughter was very, very supportive of me, which in fact was true. And he said, why not? So I gave the letter, or he wrote it. I forget how it happened. I think I might have took it in, or he might have faxed it. However, and I was able to break the lease. Now this is what I had thought about doing. I'm gonna call my leasing agent. I'm talking now because I want to talk because I don't want no anxiety setting up on me. Call the leasing office. I read the lease, but I didn't quite understand something that it was saying, and I can read. But I'm not saying that I can't. But it was just something. I don't know if you can break it. And then it said something about if you get out of it. So I'm gonna call them and ask them if I could go either month to month or 3 months or 6 months or however they got. And then as far as that, within the 6 month span, because this is July, well, will be. If it's 6 months, I can wait. Because if it's 6 months, it'd be February, and then 2 more months after that, my lease will be up again. So I don't need to do it. But if I feel like I want to do it sooner, I wish I can do it now. I don't want to be alone in a state where I'm not alone. hmm Listen to it again, because that's how I said it. I can't do that to myself no more. I've been here too long. Mm-mm. I can't do it no more. And when that time comes, I'm planning on moving. Seriously, I can't do it no more. I refuse to. That's not good for me. My mom's not here. That's the reason why I moved here. I have two sisters here. My brother was here. He was murdered. My older sister, she doesn't live here. She lives in California. And then I have my son don't live in this state. My other daughter don't live in this state. Well, actually, none of my kids would be living in this state, but I have two that's closer, and I'm still, uh, you know, not in this state though, but closer. And I have two sisters here. I don't have nobody. Mm-mm. I can't do this to myself no more. And I refuse to. Sorry, I had something in my mouth. I refuse to do this to myself because I know how it is. It makes me really sad, feeling alone, and then I get depressed and start crying and stuff like this. I ain't got time for that. That's why I say I want another family. I'm gonna find me one too. Pray for me. That's why I said pray for me. And for those that's probably wondering where my daughter is, the one I was talking about, praying for, I got a video of her. I can put it up again if you lost, you know, the memory of what I was going through. I have a video. Okay, my daughter's friend made the video. She's a like a big time podcast. She has a YouTube channel. I showed her shirt and stuff I purchased from her, her card and stuff like that. She's on all the platforms. Um, Made a video. This is my thing. That's another thing that's on my mind. It's not a good thing, and I worry, and I don't want to be in my worry by myself. I don't want to worry nobody else to be worried with me, but I don't want to be just one place and just thinking about it and worry and not having nobody to like help me with certain situations. Okay, my three grandchildren is going to be gone. My granddaughter that was living with me, that's where it kind of started at too. I don't want to get into that because that do make me emotional. And then my daughter and my two grandbabies and her husband, they're gonna be leaving actually probably tomorrow, if not. tomorrow, and it's just ain't good for me. So I'm gonna get off here before I start balling, and so yeah, that's just what it's been going on. I ain't trying to deny nothing. I ain't trying to run from nothing. But I'm trying to make a solution and come up with a solution of what I need to do. And I know what I need to do. I just can't do it now, especially without money, right? Can't do nothing without money. And also, what am I supposed to do? Just leave the stuff in this house? That's you don't do that either. That's abandoning things, your home. And then when you try to get another place, and then it's I know my son would come down here and help me like get the big furniture and stuff like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But in the physical, right now moment, like throwing certain stuff, cleaning and sorting and all this stuff, that's a lot for me. Especially with me mentally kind of trying to spiral down a little bit, being sad. And no, I got to boost my spirits back up and um, do what I have to do. That's why I said life is unpredictable. And the crazy thing of it is, it's a shame. Sometimes you don't have control of your own life because of other people. Think about that. You're supposed to have control of your life. But when you have children, grandchildren, and maybe a dad or a mom, you don't have control over it. You have control in a way of support and stuff like that, helping. I supported my mom, and if she was living, she would be here for me. She would be here for me. And all out, honestly, she wouldn't like for me to be this way. But she's not here. My brother's not here. And my kid's father. Mm-mm. That's why I say when you have family and leave to be if it's just a little thing that you might have fell out with that person with, please make up. I'm so serious, make up. Because it ain't worth it. Because when they're gone, that's why I say also, if someone done something to you and you old enough to really, especially if you're older, I ain't talking about by yourself in a safe place. I would never go to nobody's place. Come on, meet over my house. No, and you ain't got to meet me in my house either. Okay? No, 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 no. And if you want to, we can pull up in front of the police station and have a safe conversation. I'm just so saying. But at the end of the day, that's just how I am. I don't care. Let that person know what they did to you. Because when they're not here, even though I don't care if it's past stuff, because you have traumas, even when they're not here and you didn't address it with the person, you're still gonna have that in you, no matter who it is. If it's your sister, mama, brother, cousin, uncle, daddy, whoever done something to you, it's not being disrespectful if you have to tell your mom, you know what, when I was a kid, you hurt me. You did this, you did that. I don't care. People talk about whoopings. Some people, there's a difference between a whooping and a beating, okay? I'm using my head here. I hope everybody else can read between time. I ain't talking about no whooping, no spanking. I'm talking about a beating. There's a difference. There's a difference. And that's why they took a lot of the corporal punishments out of school. Because if you're going to report a parent when the child come to school that said that they was abused or have a mark on them or whatever, we'll give you the right to want to paddle them. You're paddling. So I believe that's the reason why I took a lot of that out of school. You know what I'm saying? No. Uh-uh. I protect myself in a sense, but I do get hurt. I'm hurting now, but I'm not hurting in no sense of because of a relationship or anything like that. Hell no, I'm not going through that. That's one thing I won't go through. And I don't make no promises. I promise myself that. Mm-mm. No, you're not worth it. You in a relationship or married or happy with someone, and even if you feel like you want to break it off with someone, just get out of it and let that person know. Don't be no coward. Don't be no coward to cheat and then hurt somebody's feelings and all this sneaking around stuff. Just go. How is it that people are so inconsiderate and selfish? Like they ain't got no backbone or no feelings in their body about what they do to people. Anybody such as myself or anyone that's been through something horrific, that still don't give me the right to go and mistreat my kids and grandbabies because of what I've been through. I haven't, and all my kids can say that. You got to break that damn cycle, but you can still have that in you for what you've been through and triggers. But I'll be damned if I put my kids or my grandchildren through what I've been through. Real talk. Mm-mm. So folks need to stop using just because they was treated a certain way as a kid. I've been bullied, beat, abused so many ways. So many ways. I wasn't no abusive mom. And I'm saying that because folks need to stop. If your mama did you this kind of way when you was a kid, and once, okay, for instance, my truth. The way I was treated as a kid, I was treated as a kid. When I became an adult, it almost kind of like sometimes I had some triggers behind some stuff. But when I started getting help and learning how to speak up about it in the right way, I was able to do this. And I was an adult. I was in my 30s when this happened, okay? From being able to speak up. Once I found that way and that voice, and knowing that it's not how you say it's what you say, or bringing it to a person, and everything you do is supposed to be in a respectful way. Because if you come to somebody with some hostility because of what they did, no, let's have a decent conversation. We're gonna sit down, right? And I want to let you know what you did to hurt me. And if you don't want to listen, okay, but I don't want the situation to be to where, okay, I don't want to hear this. They saying this. I don't want to hear this. And if they decide they want to walk off, let them walk off. Okay, let them walk off. But if we are two grown adults, and this is what I got taught to me, mom, dad, sister, cousin, grandparent, what have you, someone hurted you. It doesn't make it right if they're a parent, but I was able, and my mom was able to tell me she was sorry. Here we go again. I've done nothing to no one, so why are you hurting me? So just because I was hurt, that means I'm gonna hurt my kids? No. My kids was made out of love, mom and dad, and that's the way I left it. I'm not gonna mistreat my kids. And no, it's not easy. Well, it's easy said and done. No, because I can lay up here and tell everything that's happened to me. And I'm not going to try to match what's happened to you. Your story about what you've been through and what happened to you, I'm not going to compare it to mine. And I don't want you to compare yours to mine either, or vice versa. But at the end of the day, we are individually different and we done been through some things. And I'm just sharing me about how sometimes you can overcome certain things. And it was horrific. Horrible. Hmm. But when you have someone, that's why I say support is key. When you have someone such as my kid's father, when I met him at the age of 18, and it wasn't that I told him anything, he experienced seeing some things. Oh, yeah, he saw. He already told me, I'm taking you away from this. But he still did it like the old-fashioned way, just like the men, if they're going to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage, you're supposed to ask the father, right? Mm-mm. He sat down and talked to my mom because at the time, it's a whole story. I was raised in a two-family home, but at the age of 18, my mom and dad separated. They wasn't divorced. So I was living with my mom when I was 18, and I met my kid's father when I was 18. So that's why that went like that. And he was the one who told my mom. My dad didn't know nothing about him because he wasn't in the home. But I was 18. So that's why I said it like that. He asked my mom, could he take me? She didn't want him to take me um, away from her. But I could say some things. I know why she didn't want him to take me. Him to take me. Am I saying it right? Him to take me away from him. I had to think of how I'm saying it because it's all about control. It's all about how you can treat a person. It's all about when you have a person that's like I tell everybody. I don't care if nobody believes it's not. I didn't have a voice. Mm-mm. And when people see this, I'm not just saying parents, anybody see this, that's when the manipulating, deceiving, and all this controlling stuff come in. It's a form of bullying, if you ask me too, because you already know this person is an emotional person, timid person, and it ain't so much of them being like a crybaby. It's the things that they're going through, and it's the pain that they endure. Have you ever sat back to think, why is this person crying? Why do they cry like this? Da 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 da. My kid's father took the time to figure that out with me. He got down on his knees in front of me and would hug me. You know what I'm saying? So when like no one's ever done that, I couldn't speak. That's just like, I mean, for real, like I was mute. I couldn't speak. So what other expression am I going to do? Beat myself in the head? No, I cried. So that's just what I'm saying. I share stuff because I let people know there's ways of getting out of it. And despite how that happened for me, I was there for my mom. That's why I just said what I said. If she was living, I wouldn't be going through this. She was a totally different person when we was a kid than when was as an adult. So just because she was this way as a kid and she treated us this way as an adult, that does not mean I'm not supposed to like and love my mom for what she did as a child, and now I'm an adult, because that's just like she got to answer to God, so to speak, or people. It's your parent. They're not supposed to hurt you. They're supposed to love you. They carry you in their stomach for however many months to bring you in this world, to beat you, to mistreat you. Hmm. I couldn't do that to my kids. That's why I said people need to stop and break these generational curses. It does not have to happen. Some people choose to live in their past. I didn't live in my past with my children. And I'm proud and glad to say this. Mm-mm. And before I had kids, my healing process was starting. Oh, I wasn't all the way there, but having a supportive, well, fiance, because, and then husband, because we got married about 2 years after we known each other. To have that, That was epic for me. Very attentive. I wish my daughter could come in here. Very supportive, hands down. And that's why I say we do not have to be stuck in our past. Or, okay, yeah, we can have triggers, but I'm talking about treat our children as if we was treated. People need to stop with that. And even this, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off of because I know in other circumstances. You have kids out here. I was a foster mom, okay? You have kids that's out here, and that little girl's mom that I had in my care for almost 3 years. I've said this story before, but anyhow, I'm gonna get to the point and get off here. She was so sweet. She had 4 kids. She was a good person, literally, but she was being abused by their father. 3 of the kids she had the same dad. Her oldest one didn't. She was being mistreated, controlled, and she was a little bitty old thing. That's why I like saying because she was, and that was so sad. And he controlled her so bad to the point she lost her kids. She lost her kids. So I'm saying that to say, if the kids get older and decide, they want to veer off and find their mom, well, they can find me first. The little girl can't because she's been in my home ever since she was 17 days old, and she was almost 3 years old. Her and 3 of her siblings got placed in adoption in the same home. One of them didn't. There was 4 of them. But anyhow, to grow up to find, I want her to find me because I could tell the story because she came to me. She never went home. Never. She went straight from the hospital and orphanage till she was 17 days old, and the court gave her to me. Okay. I hope that no one tell her children like the like she was a bad person. Let me say it like that. She had 4 kids. She wasn't no bad person. See, I'm not messy. I'm not a messy person. I keep it real. She was a sweetheart. And when I would go to take the baby to visitations, supervised visitations, the grandmother, her mother, and which was her mother, and the great grandmother, which was her mother's mother, would be there, and they would always tell me thank you. Always. Because sometimes it would be at the juvenile court because they started having it there and at the welfare office or wherever you want to call it, social services or whatever. Because back then they said a lot of kids was getting lost in the system, so they was having the supervised visits at these places. I could stay. Now, when we went to the courthouse, sometime I did because it was a meeting type of setup. But like if they go to a restaurant or park or something, the lady could pick her up, but that lady didn't ever pick the baby up. I took the baby, left, and when it came back at the time that I was supposed to, that's how she was in my home. She slept there for almost 3 years. Matter of fact, 3 months for almost her turning 3, little girl. I hope somebody tells her the good things about her mom. And if I was there to meet the little girl, I would tell her, your mom was a good person. She was a good person. And that's why I said that's a shame for someone to control someone that bad. And but you know what? Over the years, if it constantly keep happening, keep happening, and you don't find no way out, you give into it and you feel like that's all that matters to you because it's like no, it's like the person brainwashed you. She was this close to getting her babies. This close. And he wasn't supposed to be on the premises. And the social worker that took it was over. She ended up getting a house. Okay, she had a job, got a house, and the social worker and me would take the kid, the little girl, and she'd pick up the other little boy because there was two in the okay, two in the same foster home. One and one was not. So she had four kids. She had two together, and the little girl was with me, and the little boy was in another home. So I would take the little girl, she would pick up the other little boy, and the two boys would be brought by their parents or however the people that had them. Excuse me, and she would come get the little girl to take her out of the car to take her upstairs, and she said, "You see them? You see that? I saw." And that's how she ended up losing her kids. He wasn't supposed to be on the premises, and I said to myself, it was meant to be caught, but I said he know what he was doing because she in the house. Not saying she didn't know he probably was in the vicinity. The girl was scared of the man. Okay, no other way to say it. I'm babbling on, and I just wanted to get on here to my Ohana family. What's been going on with me? How I've been feeling? What I'm going through? Why I'm going through it? I ain't told it all. I ain't gonna sit up here and say I am, but I'm not also trying to be. It wouldn't be messy, but my heart breaks for it. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I'm gonna come back on soon. Um, and I love everyone. My house is full. So that's another reason why I haven't been. I'm in my room now. Like I told y'all, when I got this headboard showing, that's my room. Okay. When you see me sitting, when you see that pretty wall tapestry, I'm in my living room. I got another one over here and another one over here. I never showed y'all the one over here. This is uh what my sign is. I got that one. And then y'all gotta excuse my room because it's got a lot of boxes. I got this. Oh dang. I got this one. My daughter got me that. And then I got this one right here for my birthday. Me, myself, and I. So I'll be in my bedroom. But anyhow, I hope everyone have a sweet Saturday, a soulful Sunday. Find something. Goodness, I can't even talk. Find something to feed your soul. And if it seems like I'm all over the place, I am so sorry. I'm so serious. I am sorry. It's just, if I could turn this camera around, let y'all see my room. It ain't messy, but it's got a lot of stuff that you could tell that I'm trying to sort through, get through, push through, go through, so I can get this situation going on so I can move. So if you know of anyone that's looking for anything, or this is my thing. I'm selling jewelry, perfume oils, lip glosses. I have a whole brand new coffee table and two end tables, brand new. And I found a receipt the other day. And I know I'm not going to get what I want for it. I know this. People look at the fact, oh, you done had it in your home. If you see where these tables at, literally, and I can show the whole inside out and where this table is, they have not been. You know how you have your living room or dining room set up with your couches and your end tables and lamps and stuff? No. Mm-mm. So brand new. And they also have a USB adapter where you can charge your phone on the table, and it has lights. They are like a rustic color, beautiful, beautiful. I want to take it with me. Matter of fact, it's about this color right here, like this color right here. And this bed right here, this bed is new. I still got the tag on it right there. You see that tag over there? Tag. Plastic on the mattress. Y'all hear that? I got plastic on the mattress still. I don't take my plastics off of my mattresses. Mm-mm. I just don't. Some people probably say, why? I just don't. I keep my plastic on my mattresses. So that's why I said it's not easy for me to just up and do this move thing. So I gotta. I hope y'all can do sign language or read it. prepare, okay? So this right here, one of those high, uh, this is a padded headboard. Try to sell that and get some funds so I can move. Heavenly Father, thank you, Jesus. I got somewhat on my mind together, but it's just too much to grasp at. Once I get to where I'm going, it's going to be different for me. I'm going to make sure that so much is going on right here. And it's a lot. Okay. So on that note, Ohanas, we are family. Something I need really bad. Okay? You know why? See, I'm keeping you together. A couple of times in between, I wanted to cry. Yes, I did. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. But I said, mm-mm. When I stopped talking a little bit, because I said so, we are family.